evening, I'm here to talk briefly about his life and legacy. Michael Roman, the founder of Catersource and inspiration to millions of caterers around the globe. He passed away in June 2013. As a visionary leader, Mike was always looking for a forum to gain and share advice with his fellow caterers. He worked with his mother in the catering business from the age of 10, and he developed a wealth of information and skills. He bought his parents' catering company, The Mixing Bowl, in 1974, and began to teach seminars in the industry around Chicago. That's where he lived. Michael was the first to believe in the strength and contributions of our industry. He saw the opportunity to educate and inspire and created Catersource to help catering and event professionals to reach their full potential. And I know you guys know this of him, right? He was so eager to share his knowledge, he began consulting full-time in 1986, offering business building strategies that greatly enhanced the profile of the catering industry. Mike had a unique gift of bringing the industry together and helping it grow, formalizing his commitment with the launch of Catersource Conference in 1992 and Catersource Magazine in 2003. He shared his expertise wholeheartedly and selflessly, with kind words and personal advice for every caterer who approached him at the conference, even the ones that followed him into the restrooms. Right? You know, Michael left us with the knowledge and the ability to continue building. His invaluable lessons will impact the lives of 1,000 more caterers to come. I know from me personally, and so many others, Mike pushed, challenged, and motivated. He gave us hope, praise, and strength. And Michael touched many caterers. Almost everyone in this room has a Roman story. So we pay tribute to Mike and celebrate his vision of continuing professional growth for caterers. And now I want to welcome Ashley and Daniel Epting to the stage to introduce this year's Michael Roman Lifetime Achievement Award winner.
Mike and I were fortunate enough to have a meal a few months before he passed away. He was giving me advice in Atlanta about our family business. The reason my brother and I are here is because we know the recipient really well. He's our dad, Lee Epting over here. So a lot of y'all have met him over the years, and that's because we've been coming consistently for a long time. When I moved back from New York and LA to work with the family business, the one condition that we had was that we would save money on the budgets to come to this every year. So we've had 1 or 2 of us come, we've had 17 of us come, but it's been the non-negotiable in all that time. So we had a bit of a film background. We were trying to get them back here to, instead of showing the video about Lee, to show the video that we took of a bunch of y'all last night. They wouldn't let us do that, so unfortunately, we'll just have to show you the one about Lee. But we didn't want to give an educational thing. Y'all have all been learning. We've got a party to go to shortly. So we decided to just tell you real quick about him, and then we'll show you a video that gives you an idea of just who he is. In the accolades, you guys have all done that stuff. I mean, he's catered for rock and rollers and presidents and some royalty and backyard people and birthdays and weddings and graves and all the rest of it, you know? What most people have done. He started off really in a fraternity house. He thought the food sucked and he could do a better job. And so he started doing that, and then he ended up running a bunch of fraternity houses by the time he finished college. He renovated a train station, did restaurants, worked in convention centers, hotels, but always came back to catering. And the core element of what he does is just loving telling stories. He just loves telling stories. So he was in an Academy Award nominated short called Kudzu in the 70s. He was on Unsolved Mysteries and City Confidential for a murder that he was not directly involved in, but the myth building goes really well with employees to scare them into just doing what he says. You can see some of that. He's done some, a mover of old homes and has a place in Athens that he'd love to host you at called The Hill. It was in a movie called Somebody's, it was at Sundance, and then in a movie called Not Since You that was on Showtime, Netflix, and is now on Amazon Prime. Still some royalties are helpful, so please, if you have Prime, go watch it and just let it roll. And then a show called Black Time Barbecue, different charity events that we do. So we've got another show that we're doing, and we're filming a bit of this for tonight, so I'm glad the flashes are on. So I'm gonna get y'all to say one thing that he says all the time, one of his catchphrases, and if you know Lee, oftentimes you might have your Lee voice. And so on the count of 3, I'm gonna get y'all to say, put the thing on the thing. Okay? So it's just put the thing on the thing, your best kind of foghorn, leghorn, southern drawl. All right? 1, 2, 3. That's got it. Daniel?
Love it, love it. Great sounding crowd out there, wonderful foghorn leghorns. Thank you, Ashley, for keeping us on command, on that point of LCA and Cater Source every year, to get us here with our dad, with a family adventure down to Big Easy down here in New Orleans. We brought a bunch of our team right down here in the front, so thank you all, because y'all are the ones that have helped Dad get here as well. Janice, our chef's been with us since I was 3 months old. Yeah! She spanked Ashley. She said I ran too quickly. Ashley also says I got the chicken. He just got the chicken bone, so I'm a little bigger even though I'm younger. One thing on that that I thought would be fitting, this is a lifetime achievement of having fun, right? We're in an industry that helps people have fun. How many businesses can say that? That's what we do every day. So the lifetime of fun, he's had a lot of fun having children as props and as support. So Ashley was a beautiful little 4-year-old shoe shine boy in full costume to reenact the founding University of Georgia. I got dressed as a French whore. Thanks, Pops. But when I was a little boy, you know, it's about saying yes to the client and having fun, making sure all the client and all their guests are in the moment. They're part of the story. We're selling stories. We're selling food, but we're selling stories and hospitality. So I was a little boy at this party, and we were serving red beans and rice and jambalaya and everything that you're eating, etouffee and all that. And the client was there, and Dad gets in full costume character, and he says, "Oh yes, ma'am, we brought those red beans and rice on up here from Louisiana. It goes back generations and everything. We got the jambalaya, we got the pralines out front. Now you got to get on out there and have some of them pralines." And I look up and I say, "Daddy, I thought we were Scotch-Irish." He slapped me and he said, "Boy, you be with this here woman, pay you to be." I said, "Yes, sir." Ever since then, we've been whatever that woman paid us to be. So. To a Lifetime Achievement Award of having fun and helping others have fun. Dad, we love you, we appreciate you. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Ladies, he does love to dance. We're looking for a new stepmom.
I'm Lee Epton. I'm a writer. I'm a time traveler.
$300 for the Fountain of Youth.
It's a grit tree. This is a grit tree. You never seen a grit tree? She has never picked grit from a grit tree. See if you can find a grit. See if you can find one. You see the little ones coming out? Yeah. Right there.
No way.
Get it.
Here.
You just shook it off. It's not cooked yet. You don't eat. Oh, Lord have mercy. So I learned a lot. I've been educated along the way too.
We came here about 5 years ago to take this abandoned railroad station and make a restaurant lounge out of it. We found nothing but kudzu. In the springtime, you might as well be in France in a grape hall because the flowers are just beautiful, plus they have a fragrance that you just wouldn't believe, you know. I had a car one time. When I left it out there, when I went on vacation, I came back a month later, it was completely engulfed in kudzu.
when we all make it in the big time. We say that's where we started. He's a magnolia. Since this place closed down for the last 20 years, they don't mind. Hell, they all dead and gone by now. I gotta get that one. I probably break my back. All right. See you on Black Tie. Got through plating, time to get dressed, undressed, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see. My hair in good shape, that's what I'm gonna. Nothing standing up, is it? All right. See that fancy stripe? These are my formal signs. All right. Let's go play like we know what we're doing. I like my Pain-Aid. I go by Dairy Lane, I to eat Pain-Aid. I want a Pain-Aid. A Pain-Aid, it brings positive thoughts to my mind. It makes me feel positive. I mean, that's good luck. It's like when you pay the rain deposit. It's real. You pay the rain deposit, and I know it's not gonna rain. Or I ask them, did they pay it? They say no. I go, I know where I'm going in my head, but my mouth doesn't keep up with my brain.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help us honor Lee Epting as the 2019 Cater Source Michael Roman Lifetime Achievement Award winner.
Some actors there, Lord mercy. You know, I took this Pain-Aid right here. I got a whole box of them in the hotel room. Anybody need them? I took 2 of them earlier because I don't want any. I had an anxiety attack about getting up here and having to talk to you guys. And I do talk a little slower than some folks, so it'll take a little bit long, but not too long. You know, they asked me, they said, you'll get the Lifetime Achievement Award back home, and what are you getting it for, and what is it? And I said, hell, I don't know. I guess because I've been in the business for 50 years, and I've lived up to 75 years old. I said, I guess that's an achievement, you know? And right there, but then they told me it's the Michael Roman Achievement Award, and I said, ooh. Now I understand what you're talking about. And I said, you know, Michael and I have one thing in common. I push my family. And when I say family, I've got a lot of children. I've got a whole table of children over here, and I got another one over there. So I've raised a lot of children. Y'all call them staff and things. I just call them children. And they have brought us on to where we are, but I pushed them to be as great as it could be as giving and push for excellence. Now the difference between me and Michael didn't push. He brought you along. He mentored you. He raised you up. And we, as Meryl said, you know, she doesn't know what a grit is. As she said, he was an incredible mentor to all of us. And even if you didn't know him, you're getting the benefit of who he was. And you need to read his books and listen to the stories and remember it. It was most humbling when they told me it was the Michael Award, you know, Michael Roman. So, one last thing. What we do in this business, among other things, is to make memories. That's what we're here to make memories for folks. And we've made memories tonight for me and my family. This is the grandest thing that I've ever received of any award. And there's been one other memory made for my grandchildren. Who else could receive this award? You can tell your children, my grandchildren, Granddaddy received a fabulous award at a fabulous dinner in the Big Easy, and he was able to moon 800 people at one time. So you got a memory. Thank you so much. It is a true honor.